heron lands nearby, legs stretching forward, wings wide and silent. It lands without a sound, like a prayer descending. It watches the water for a long time, then dips its beak in, sips once, and lifts again. You see this as if you were there, sitting on a rock nearby, letting your fingers trail into the shallows. You feel the coolness. You feel the river's breath. You are not just listening. You are within it. Back in the home, the baby awakens. His eyes open slowly, dark and round, full of knowing. He does not cry. He does not startle. He looks up into the face of the woman who holds him, then into the face of the sister who watches him. Then he smiles. It is small, but unmistakable. A quiet smile, like the first hint of sunrise, soft and golden. The mother leans in. She presses her forehead to his, then closes her eyes. This is worship. No temple needed. No altar but the mat beneath her knees. Miriam reaches out now. She places her hand gently beside his. His fingers wrap around hers, warm, tiny, strong. Her breath catches, not in fear, but in awe. She never imagined something so small could feel so certain. The boy coos once, a sound like bubbling spring water, then grows quiet again. You feel the stillness return, layered now with joy. It's a kind of joy that hums beneath silence, the kind that doesn't need to announce itself. You stay with them, in this room, in this moment, where breath moves slowly and everything speaks without words. You are not watching from outside anymore. You are sitting in the hush with them. You are a quiet part of the love that holds this house in place, and the river still remembers. The day continues, its quiet unfolding. The sun has climbed higher now, its light stretching further into the home, soft and golden. It casts gentle lines across the floor, across Miriam's ankles, across the folds of her mother's robe. Dust motes drift lazily in the beam of light, like tiny stars caught dancing in a current of air. Outside, someone is sweeping. You can hear the bristles brushing against the ground. A rhythmic sound, steady and slow, like someone preparing the day for rest before it has even fully begun. Inside, the baby lies in his mother's arms again, fully awake now. He makes soft sounds, not cries, not laughter, just the small, curious noises of someone beginning to explore the world. His skin is still warm from sleep, soft and deep in tone, like smooth, wet bark after rain. His eyes are open wide, dark and full of light. He looks toward the doorway, as if the world beyond it is already calling to him. Miriam watches him. She smiles now, but only a little. Her joy is quiet, the kind that settles deep in the belly and doesn't need to be spoken. Her mother begins to hum again, softer than before. No tune this time, just a low vibration of comfort, like a breath held close. She rocks him gently, not to send him back to sleep, but to soothe him into stillness, to let him feel the world is safe in these arms. Outside, the wind picks up for a moment. It rushes past the doorway, fluttering the hanging cloth, sending a cool drift of air across the floor. You feel it too, as if it brushes your skin, refreshing but calm. It carries the scent of herbs and distant water. The river is still near. You can hear it if you listen. Its voice is quieter now, but steady, like an old friend sitting close, saying nothing, just breathing beside you. Let your own breath match that rhythm. Inhale slowly. Hold. Exhale even slower. Let your arms grow heavy again. Let your face relax. Let the muscles around your eyes soften. There is no task here, no urgency. It's only this, only presence, only peace. The mother rises now, still holding the child. She walks to the small basin in the corner. There, she dips a cloth into water, cool and clean. She gently pats the baby's brow, wiping away the last of the sleep. He blinks once, then stares up at her with wide, trusting eyes. You feel the sacredness of the moment. It is not marked with ritual, but with care. The kind of care that builds a soul from the ground up. It teaches a child he is loved before he can speak. Miriam moves to join them. She brings a small, woven bundle. Inside it are herbs, fragrant leaves and roots that her mother will later boil for tea or healing balm. The scent fills the room slowly, earthy, grounding. You recognize it without needing to name it. A smell that says home, even if you have never smelled it before. Outside, more villagers pass by. Their voices are low. Children laugh in the distance. A pot clinks gently on a stone. Okay, but inside, it remains peaceful. Miriam sits again, this time beside her mother. She touches the baby's arm lightly. His fingers curl toward her. She traces a tiny line from his elbow to his wrist. A simple motion, full of tenderness. You sit beside her again. You feel her warmth, her quiet awe. She is not just a sister. She is a keeper, a witness. She has seen what faith can carry. She has felt the way a river can answer prayers. Now, she holds that answer in her lap, warm, alive, breathing. Let this moment settle into you. Let the sounds fade around you. Let the sunlight fill your thoughts. You are not outside this story. You are resting within it, floating gently in the stillness, like the basket before it moved, like the water before the wind. A knock sounds at the door, not loud, just 2 soft taps. The mother looks up. She hands the baby to Miriam and crosses the room. She opens the door slowly. Outside stands a neighbor, an older woman wrapped in a shawl of ochre and dark blue. Her face is lined with kindness, her hands full of folded cloth. She steps inside without words. She sees the baby. She smiles. She places the cloth on the ground beside Miriam and kneels. A gift, her eyes say, for the child, for the mother, for the story that has begun again. No one speaks. No one needs to. The language here is made of glances, of presence, of shared breath. You feel it too. You are part of it. You sit in the circle of women. You rest in their hush. You listen to the peace that grows thicker than smoke, softer than song, and the river continues to whisper outside. The older woman rests her hands on her knees. She watches the baby with steady eyes, not probing, not judging, just seeing. Her skin is like polished wood, deep with age and sunlight. Her fingers, lined and strong, have wrapped herbs, cradled infants, woven baskets, just like the one the boy arrived in. She knows without asking. She feels the shape of the moment. She hums a short tune under her breath, something from long ago. A tune sung during harvest. A melody meant to settle the ground and the heart all at once. Miriam listens. So does her mother. So do you. The baby blinks slowly, soothed not by meaning, but by tone. His breath evens again. His eyelids flutter once, then rest. The neighbor reaches forward and lays one hand lightly on his foot, a blessing given with touch and silence. Then she stands, nods once, and leaves. Outside, the sun has begun its descent. The sky is not yet orange, but the gold has deepened. The shadows are longer, the warmth thicker. The air feels slower. The cloth at the doorway stirs again. Miriam rocks the baby gently, even though he has already returned to sleep. She does not stop touching him, as if to let her hand remind him, you are safe, still. You are not alone. Her mother sits behind her, resting against the wall now. She watches them both. Her eyes are quiet, lids heavy, breath even. You stay with them as the afternoon fades. You do not need to speak or move. You just breathe, in rhythm with theirs, as if you've always belonged here. A pot boils softly in the back room. The scent of herbs rises again, more than before, richer, sharper, a preparation for later. Not everything in this home is slow, but everything is gentle. Miriam hums. Now, not a lullaby, not a song, just a few wandering notes. Her voice is soft, but sure. She has always been sure. She dips a cloth in warm water and wipes the baby's hands. It's tiny, dimpled, curled. They move as she cleans, but not in protest. They trust her. She speaks to him now, just a few words. My brother, she whispers, you are already brave, and you are already loved. The child does not answer, but you can feel the world shift a little at those words, like the air has made room for them to stay. The river still moves. You cannot see it from here, but you feel it, like a quiet chord strung just beneath the skin of the earth, still pulsing, still remembering. Perhaps you'll walk back there when the sky cools. Perhaps Miriam will return too. For now, the hush is here, inside this home, inside this moment. Let it settle over your shoulders. Let it rest against your eyelids. Let it slow your heart just a little more. You are allowed to drift, to not hold the story tightly, but to let it cradle you. Outside, someone calls a name. Far off, not urgent, goats shuffle across the path. The smell of ash and clay rises from cooking fires, but inside this room, there is stillness, no flickering, no rush, only the quiet rhythm of care. Miriam sets the baby down again, stretches once, his small limbs opening like petals, then curling again. She places a soft cloth over him, the one gifted by the neighbor. It smells faintly of lavender and sun-dried cotton. She kneels beside him, not praying aloud, offering her breath as promise. Her mother stands now, slow and calm. She reaches for a small pouch and tucks it near the mat. A pouch of salt for protection, a gesture passed down through hands and mothers. Not magic, memory. The walls around them are thick with silence, not emptiness, but fullness, like the air in a temple, like the moment between lightning and thunder. You are wrapped in it. You are lying on a mat beside them now, your own body soft and warm. You hear each breath. You feel the floor beneath you, and slowly your thoughts dissolve, not vanish, just loosen, like the last thread on a spool, like leaves lifting from the ground. You are not outside this place. You are here. Evening begins to hum. It's not loud, just a change in the air, a slight shift in temperature, a soft deepening of color. The light pouring through the doorway has grown amber. It lays itself across the floor in wide bands, warming the clay one last time before slipping away. You hear the distant sound of a drum, just one, far off, like a heartbeat, like someone marking the sun's descent with rhythm. Miriam still sits beside the sleeping baby. Her fingers trace slow patterns on the cloth beside him, circles, lines, waves. She's not drawing anything in particular. She's just letting her hands move the way the river does, with no destination, only flow. Her eyes are soft. Her breath is light. She is neither tired nor restless, only present. Her mother begins to hum again. It's a new tune, deeper, slower. It doesn't rise, it settles. It's not a song meant for waking or celebration. It's the kind of song that prepares the heart for stillness. You close your eyes for a moment and listen. The hum wraps around the room like dusk wraps around the sky. As the baby shifts in his sleep. His tiny lips move, forming the start of a smile, then fading back into rest. The cloth covering him rises and falls with each breath. Small, steady motion, like ripples brushing against river stones. The neighbor returns briefly. She brings a small bowl of food and sets it by the door. No words, just a nod. She knows this evening is not meant for chatter. It is sacred in its quiet. Miriam rises and collects the bowl. She offers it to her mother, then returns to her spot on the mat. You watch her, the way her movements match the rhythm of the moment, unhurried, certain. like someone who knows she's exactly where she's meant to be. She eats a few bites, then stops, not from lack of hunger, but because stillness feels more nourishing right now. Outside, birds begin their last songs, not the bright, scattered calls of morning. These are the slow, falling notes of creatures tucking themselves into nests and branches. Each note drifts downward, like a feather finding its rest. You lie back now. The mat beneath you is firm but welcoming. The air has cooled slightly. The scent of warm herbs and earth lingers in your lungs. You hear nothing but the soft sounds of evening, a pot lid shifting, a goat sighing, a breeze kissing the wall. You are safe here. The story holds you. You don't need to remember it all. Let it live inside you without effort, like a dream that belongs to your bones. Later, Miriam moves again. She gathers the baby in her arms and steps just outside the doorway. The sun is almost gone. The horizon glows, orange melting into deep blue. She stands barefoot in the dust. The light catches the curve of her cheek, the arch of her nose, the delicate strength in her stance. The baby stirs, blinks once, then closes his eyes again. Miriam whispers to him, "We are river people," she says. "We listen before we speak. We watch before we act. And we carry love like baskets, woven and wide, strong enough to float." The baby says nothing. He breathes, and that is answer enough. Behind her, her mother stands too. She brings a cloth, drapes it over Miriam's shoulders. Then the three of them stand together in the doorway, not looking out, not looking in, just standing. The dusk thickens. Crickets begin their rhythm. The breeze carries the last warmth of the day. You feel it too, the change, the settling. You are not drifting away. You are sinking into the depth of calm, into the wide hush of night. Later, they return inside. The mat is ready. A fresh cloth has been laid. Miriam places the baby gently down, tucking the wrap around him like a shell. She lays beside him, not touching, just close. Her mother moves about the room, tidying with quiet hands. Each motion is care. Each gesture is prayer. You close your eyes again. The room is darker now. The world has dimmed. But you still feel the glow, not from the sun, but from the story itself. A quiet light, burning low, steady, sacred. You rest inside it now. The night has begun, and still, the river remembers. Night settles like a soft blanket, not suddenly, slowly. The last streaks of amber have faded from the sky, and in their place comes indigo, then charcoal, then velvet black. The air inside the home cools. It's not cold, just enough to bring stillness, the kind of stillness that invites long breaths and heavy eyelids. A small oil lamp glows in the corner, its flame low and steady. It does not flicker, it breathes. It's the light it casts, touches only what it must. A wall, a bowl, the curve of Miriam's cheek. Everything else remains in shadow. Miriam lies quietly beside her brother. Her arms are folded, her eyes half closed. She is not yet asleep, just listening. Her mother moves one last time. She places a folded wrap by the doorway, closes the shutters with a soft click, then kneels on the mat beside them. She does not speak. She closes her eyes, places her hands on her lap, and breathes. The baby sleeps deeply now. His chest rises and falls in a rhythm that matches the room. His face is peaceful, his limbs still. Even the wind has quieted. You hear only what matters: a distant owl, a sigh of fabric, the hush of resting hearts. You lie near the others now, not separate, not watching, just part of it. The mat beneath you is warm. Your breath has matched theirs. You do not need to understand every word that's been spoken, okay? You only need to feel the meaning in your chest. You are here. Held not by walls, but by care. Wrapped not in blankets, but in stillness. The oil lamp flickers once, then steadies again. Miriam opens her eyes, just a little. She looks at her brother, then at the ceiling, then at nothing in particular. Her lips move, though no sound comes out. A prayer, perhaps, or a promise. She blinks slowly. Her lashes brush her cheeks. Her breath slows. Sleep gathers around her, not all at once, but in gentle layers, like the night wrapping itself over her shoulders, then her back, then her mind. Okay. The baby murmurs once, then falls quiet again. His hand twitches. His face softens even more. Let yourself breathe here, in, out, long and slow. Let your limbs grow heavier. Let your thoughts blur at the edges. There's no need to follow every thread. The story holds you, even when your mind begins to drift. Let the hush deepen. Let the air grow still. You are not alone in this silence. You're joined by centuries of quiet hearts resting beside rivers, under stars, beneath warm roofs. This is not just Miriam's story. It is yours too. A story of watchfulness, of faith, of small hands carried by strong arms, of waters that remember what they've held. Outside, the stars arrive. They do not burst into the sky. They appear one by one, like old friends returning. Their light does not press. It kisses the tops of trees. It glints on clay roofs. It dances on the Nile. The river reflects them gently, not clearly, but enough to say, even in darkness, there is light. You feel that too? Even with your eyes closed, you know they're out there, shining above you, around you, within you. Even here, even now, a soft breeze returns. It enters through the shutters, touches the oil lamp, then brushes across your skin. It smells faintly of reeds and warm dust. It carries no message, just comfort. You sigh. The sound is barely audible, but it's part of the music now, part of the rhythm of this place, this room, this night. Miriam has drifted off, her mother too. The baby sleeps between them, and you, resting close, feel no need to rise, no need to end anything. Let it stretch on. Let the moment have no edge, only center. You do not have to understand the whole story. You only have to rest inside it. Let the words blur. Let the breath deepen. You are safe here, in the river. That old, wide, whispering river still flows outside. It carries none of the rush of day, only the slow rhythm of time itself. And it remembers. It remembers every child, every song, every sister who waited, every mother who whispered, every breath held in faith. You are part of that memory now. The home is quiet, not just quiet in sound, quiet in soul. The kind of quiet that comes after something sacred, after trust, after love spoken without words. Miriam lies still, her breathing deep and slow. Her head rests near the baby's feet. One of her hands, now relaxed, still rests gently on the edge of his cloth. Her mother is curled nearby, wrapped in a light shawl, her hand resting over her heart. The room feels like a vessel, a bowl holding something more than sleep, something ancient, protective, and true. The oil lamp burns low now. Its flame leans inward, small and golden, casting a last circle of comfort. Its light kisses the edges of faces, fingertips, the rim of a bowl, then it dims. Darkness does not arrive all at once. It pours in slowly, like ink drifting in water. The shadows are not frightening. They are soft. They feel like folded blankets, like low song, like being held. Even in the dark, the room breathes. Its walls do not close in. They stretch wide, like a womb, like arms, like a promise. You feel it too. You're not just near the mat. You're part of it. Your body is loose. Your thoughts are quiet. You are not trying to sleep. You are simply sinking, like a stone that knows the bottom is safe, like a leaf returning to still water. Outside, the stars have thickened. The sky is heavy with them now, not scattered, but full. Not loud, but endless. They do not move, but they seem to pulse, as if breathing too. Their light touches the river, the trees, the rooftops, and finally, this home. It settles on the shutters. It brushes the clay. It slides down the walls like a lullaby made of light. Cue it on your skin. Cool, not cold. Silent, not empty. Real. The baby stirs, not awake, just adjusting. His arms stretch upward in sleep, then relax again. His lips part slightly, and a soft sound escapes. A puff of air, warm and innocent. Miriam does not move, but you know she heard it. Even in sleep, she listens. Even now, her heart stays tuned to his. It's not fear that keeps her aware. It's love. It's a kind that doesn't need to open its eyes to protect. It's a kind that moves quietly through the night, wrapped in silence. The mother turns once in her sleep. She exhales deeply. You can hear the sound of years in that breath, of labor, of prayer, of waiting. It is not a sigh. It is release. This moment, this room, this night is her rest. She has done what was needed. She has trusted the water, the child, the sky. It's good now. She sleeps. You remain. Not watching, not thinking, just being. Letting the stillness pour over your shoulders, your chest, your limbs. Letting your thoughts unravel like loose threads, floating upward, disappearing into night. There is nothing to hold on to, and that is the beauty. You are allowed to release it all. To not explain, to not prepare, to not name, just to be. A breath in the dark, a soul held in story, a river with no destination, only movement. Outside, the Nile breathes. Its current, slow and wide, presses onward through the land like a lullaby you never outgrow. The moon rests above it now, high, round, watching. It lights the surface of the water in long silver ribbons, interrupted only by reeds, by stones, by the occasional glide of something unseen beneath. The air smells of wet bark, sun-warmed clay, and sleep. You lie still, not because you must, but because nothing in you wishes to move. Your limbs are settled, your breath light, your thoughts soft and slow, no longer reaching, only floating. There is no story to hold anymore, because you are inside it. You are inside the woven mat, inside the hush, inside the drift of the river, in the arms of the sister, in the heart of the mother. You are not remembering. You are resting. Another fig drops. Another reed bends. Somewhere, a fish breaks the surface with a soft splash, then disappears again. And still, the room stays quiet. The baby sleeps. Miriam dreams. And you let go. Not in the way of forgetting, but in the way of sinking, of giving your weight to the earth, of giving your breath to the moment. You are not letting go of the story. The story is letting you go, gently, like hands releasing a basket into water, like a voice fading into silence without ever breaking. You are safe. You are deeply safe, held in fabric, in hush, in a house by the Nile beneath stars that do not hurry. And when you finally slip into sleep, you are not leaving anything behind. You are simply becoming part of the hush, part of the stillness that holds all stories, part of the memory that the river never forgets. You are not a listener anymore. You are the dream now, the drift, the quiet. Sleep now. There is nothing more to hear, nothing more to wait for. No questions, no ending, only rest, only river, only song. The home breathes, whooped, clay, woven mat, soft shawls. Everything feels alive in the silence. Nothing speaks, yet everything says, stay, let your breath stretch even longer. Let the weight of your body deepen into the floor. Let yourself drift without leaving, float without rising. You are not called to rise now, only to rest. Somewhere downriver, a reed shifts, a frog stirs. The moon rises just a little higher. The world changes without noise, and Miriam dreams. She dreams not in pictures, but in feelings, warmth, flow, the strength of holding something that matters. She doesn't see the future, not yet, but she carries it, in her arms, in her breath, in the shape of her watching. Her mother's breath has slowed even more. Each exhale is long and round. You could time the night by it. She does not dream with fear. Her body holds no tension. She has done what was needed. She has walked a line between fear and trust. She has placed her child into hands seen and unseen. Now she sleeps as only the brave can sleep. You are part of this story, not a visitor, not a shadow. You are woven into the hush, like a thread in the cloth, like light in the oil. You are not listening anymore. You are being held. The mat beneath you accepts your weight. The air around you tucks itself around your limbs. Even your thoughts have softened, like sand settling at the bottom of a calm pool. You do not need to wonder what comes next. There is only this breath, stillness, this hush. Outside, the stars drift slowly west. Their journey is silent, but sure. They pass over fields, over rooftops, over quiet doorways like this one. No one calls them, no one commands them, and yet they come, every night, without fail. Inside the house, the shadows deepen, but they do not grow cold. The warmth here does not come from fire, it comes from presence, from the nearness of bodies at rest, from breath shared, from love that does not speak, but stays. The baby stirs again. His tiny feet press upward. His face scrunches for a heartbeat, then smooths. He does not wake. But in his sleep, he reaches out, one small fist brushing against the air, as if searching for a hand. Miriam's fingers move without thought. Still half asleep, she reaches across the cloth and lets her pinky brush his knuckle. That is enough. The baby's hand quiets. His breath steadies. No words were needed. No light, no motion, just touch, just knowing. The mat beneath them holds their warmth. You feel it too. You are not watching from a distance. You are lying beside them. Your breath rises and falls with theirs. Your eyes are closed now, but you still see. Not with sight, but with memory. You see the edge of the riverbank. You see the long reeds. You see the weaving of the basket, the fingers that shaped it. You see Miriam's face, young and ancient all at once. Her skin warm like river stone, her eyes full of mourning. She has not left that river. It flows through her still. A soft thud sounds on the rooftop, a fig falling from the tree. It rolls once, then rests. No one stirs. No one notices. The sound joins the others. The frog, the owl, the wind pressing gently against the clay. All of them part of the night's rhythm. There is no silence here, only peace. Only the kind of quiet where the world still speaks, just softly. You drift further now. Your body is almost forgotten. Only warmth remains. Only the shape of the mat beneath you, the air above you. You do not think of morning. You do not hold on to anything. You simply float, carried like the basket, haunched like the baby, held like the hush. There is nothing you need to do. No action, no reply. Only breath, only softness. Miriam dreams again. Can her sleep. She walks the riverbank. Not the one from the past. Not the one with the basket. Kay, this is another one. The same water. But the world is older. Kay, she sees tall figures in linen. Children running through dust. She hears laughter and bells. She sees women standing in circles, hands resting on hips, mouths full of stories. And she knows, even in her dream, this is what will come. Her brother will live. He will grow. He will walk into a life far larger than this room, than this moment, than even this dream. But for now, he is small, and she is still, and the river is quiet. The shutters rattle gently. Just once, the breeze has returned. It slides into the room, curling between mats and bowls, lifting the edge of a shawl, brushing against your cheek. Smells of Nile water and palm bark, of something old, something waiting. Q. Breathe it in, slowly, deeply. Let it fill your lungs. Let it sink to your toes. You are still dreaming, but you are not asleep. You are in the place between, where stories become breath, and breath becomes light, and light becomes rest. The hours pass without asking. The moon has climbed higher now. You do not see it, but its light brushes against the rooftop, casts soft shadows across the floor, and kisses the brow of the child. He doesn't stir. He sleeps as if the world has always held him this gently, and perhaps it has. You feel your own chest rise, then fall, then rise again. You are so deeply settled now that even your breath feels borrowed from the river. Slow, round, unhurried, a rhythm that asks for nothing, gives everything. The mat beneath you is not just a place to rest. It is part of the earth, and the earth is cradling you. You are weightless, yet grounded, present, yet dissolving. A sigh leaves your lips, so quiet you barely feel it, but it is heard. Not by ears, but by the hush itself. Miriam shifts slightly in her sleep. It's not because of sound, not because of dream. It's the body remembering it is held. Her hand drapes gently over the mat again, fingers loose, her breath unchanged. The baby has turned onto his side, his knees tucked close, his arms drawn in, a sleeping curl of trust. The cloth around him shifts slightly with each breath. It glows faintly in the moonlight, not bright, but warm, like the shimmer of pearl under water. Her mother does not move. She sleeps so still that she could be mistaken for stone, except for the small rise of her chest and the calm, even exhale that follows. You wonder what she dreams of. Perhaps she dreams of her daughter, of the reeds, of the day the basket was lowered into the Nile and the air did not break. Perhaps she dreams of a promise being kept, not with thunder, but with silence. The house is more than walls and clay now. It is sanctuary. Everything inside it has become part of the hush. The bowls, the mats, the folded shawl, the leftover food at the corner, untouched but not forgotten. Even the dust on the floor feels sacred. You have become part of that hush. You no longer wonder where you are in the story. You are simply here, here, where the story breathes you, and you breathe it back. Outside, the reeds lean gently in the breeze. Their tips bow, not from force, but from softness. The river flows, always, but now it hums low, like a memory being cradled. No waves, no rush, only movement that no longer needs direction. You are part of that movement. You float now, even though your body lies still. You drift, though you've gone nowhere. The hush has taken you fully, not to silence you, but to remind you how quiet can speak. Let yourself melt deeper now. The final strands of thought loosen. No tension remains in your fingers, your neck, your jaw. There is no need for shape, no need for effort, only rest, only this. Only now, in the far distance, a rooster calls once, not loudly, not insistently. It is not yet morning, only the edge of it. It's a soft beginning, the breath before the rise. You are not called to rise yet. This moment still holds you. This story still holds you. And Miriam's river song still plays, not as music, not as words, but as rhythm, as calm, as memory that belongs to you. The shadows have grown long enough to disappear. Darkness is complete now, not heavy, not dense, just full, full of breath, full of presence. Miriam does not stir. Her body is folded in sleep, her legs tucked slightly, one arm bent beneath her head. The baby lies nearby, just inches away. Their breathing has synchronized, two rhythms, different sizes, flowing as one. The mat is warm, the walls are still. The oil lamp has gone dark, and yet there is light, not visible, ka, but felt, a glow that moves between them, between you, between every soul ever held close by night.